Most of the talkings that I do, it just comes through me, and you're gonna get a lot of the answers that you have through my talkings. By being who you are, this is what you're supposed to be. Of course, being who you are, you need to have some knowledge of getting to know yourself, knowing yourself. As you get to know yourself, you build up self-confidence. One of the things that I work with my clients is to work with their self-confidence and the self-esteem. You are your main source, you are the soul. But with that, in this life, you have your own distinguished characteristic with it, which you bring those in this life in order to be able to go on and to do your own life missions. Now, each person is different, each person has different missions. Now, by knowing yourself, you can be free and you can complete your purpose in this life much easier, with joy, with peace of mind. A lot of people who go through difficulties, a lot of times it's because they lose themselves. They lose themselves by making or forcing themselves to be who others want them to be, which is wrong. You need to be who you are. You are coming into this world to experience who you are. Now, when I say to be who you are, it doesn't mean that you need to be a bad person. No. To be who you are, I'm talking about your essence. The essence which is genuinity. The essence which is light source. Being who you are is when you work on your blockages, the things that happened in your past, especially as a child, which makes you not to be who you are. Who you are is when you work on yourself and you bring the good out of yourself. You bring it out. The good is within you. You just need to clean whatever it was from the past. As you clean the things, the energy which brought into you from the past, if there is any negativity or anything that makes the blockage, as you clean those, you bring the good out of you. You bring it to glow outside of you and inside. When I say that to be who you are, you don't need to pretend who you are. You can be free. You can be free of who you are. If you want to be good, if that's your essence, you need to work on the things which was brought into you from outside, which is not yours. It's not you. As a child, when you come into this life, you have parents or people who brought you up, which they usually, with their thinkings, with their talkings, they can put things in you, meaning you are open to get the things that they say. You're open to record or tape, to record or to reprogram yourself in the mind. And the child, when the child doesn't know how to differentiate between good and bad, and when the child knows only good, they can reprogram everything in their mind. But that's not who you are. Who you are is the essence. Who you are is the essence of purity. So what I mean by working on yourself, it means to go through yourself, to go through your subconscious, and to be able to distinguish the purity from within you from the things which were reprogramming in you by others. Now, others, whatever they put, whatever they project in you, those are not themselves also. Those are also the thoughts or whatever life made them. It's not themselves. Now, if people program, or if I say that people program you, it doesn't mean that you don't have the control to be able to let it to be in you or not. When people do things, they do things, but it depends on you if you let it to happen to you or not. It is your choice in order to let that thing to get programmed in your mind or not. Nobody can program things in you without your permission. If you say someone did something to you, it doesn't mean that that's their fault. If you say people did those things to you, who gave them the permission to let it in you? It is you. So if you're strong, you have the mind to let the good things to come in you and let the other things, whatever you don't need, whatever you don't want, to get out of you, not to let it to come in you. You are in charge of taking your own responsibility. You choose your own life. If you are in a relationship which is abusive, it is your choice. You let someone to abuse you. If you stay there and you're staying there and others abuse you, if you stay there, you're giving them the opportunity to abuse you. So you cannot say that they abused me. As a child, you have no choice. The child knows only good. The child doesn't know what abuse is. But you as an adult, you should know that abuse is when something harasses you, when something makes you to be not who you are, which doesn't let you to be who you are, meaning that you don't feel comfortable with that. When you don't feel comfortable with something, you need to know there is something that it is getting into you which is not right for you. So you need to be aware of that and to know what is the thing that is making you uncomfortable in order to get rid of that. Now, you need to learn in life how to protect yourself. This is learning. You need to learn things in order to be able to do things for yourself, the things which are good for you. The things are which who make who you are. Who you are the goodness. You are the soul. Whatever bad which is in you, it's something from outside. And if eventually you go to higher levels, there is not even good or bad when you know how to protect yourself.